The war in Iraq started like 2003, and actually the withdrawal of the forces completed at 2014. So why do we have like translators and interpreters still behind and still having process to come here to the States? And just we're blaming now like Mr. Trump, and he has been in the office like for 11 or 10 days.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is not something that you can pin on this administration clearly. I mean, the reason is quite simple. We just haven't done enough. The SIV numbers have not been adequate. When it comes to Afghanistan, I think there are 7,000 roughly still waiting. I was working with some of those in the Senate in particular. There's some tremendous champions on the Hill. Senator McCain, I think, would probably be foremost among them. And again, the reason is that it took us a long time to get to the SIV legislation, and then it has taken a long time to get the numbers up to where they ought to be. And with respect, you know, we're obviously back into Afghanistan, and you know, in a much more modest way, certainly than when I was privileged to command 165,000 Americans in uniform during the surge. It's under 6,000 or so, although doing a very, very fine job of enabling the efforts of our Iraqi security force partners, who they helped reconstitute, retrain, re-equip, expand, and get back into the fight, and who now are very much taking the fight to the Islamic State and taking away from the Islamic State that portion of the caliphate that spread into Iraq and had such a terrible, pernicious effect. And frankly, the way forward now in Iraq will depend a great deal on the battle after the battle. This has never been in doubt that the Iraqi security forces, supported by the U.S. and the coalition, would be able to defeat the army that is the Islamic State, keeping in mind that there are terrorist cells and also now nascent insurgent elements that will have to be dealt with also, and could be more difficult in some respects. It's a different type of fight. But what all those of us who have served in Iraq, and a number in here have at considerable levels, have emphasized that this is about the battle after the battle. It's about whether politics can be inclusive or not.